Hello to all dear students. In this video, we shall discuss about antihistaminics. Conventional antihistaminics means these are the drugs that competitively antagonizes actions of histamine which is mediated via H1 receptors. So we know we have got four types of H1 receptor, that is histaminic receptor, H1, H2, H3 and H4. But conventional antihistaminics means these drug preferentially blocks H1 histamine receptor. Next, we have got first generation antihistaminics and second generation antihistaminics. So both are blocking H1 receptor only. But in H1 receptor blocker, we have got two classes. First is first generation and secondly we have got second generation antihistaminics. The drugs that were marketed after 1980 comes under the category of second generation. So obviously generation means it merely says about the time. The drugs that were introduced before 1980 comes under the category of first generation, and the drugs that were marketed after 1980 obviously it comes under the category of second generation antihistamine. First generation antihistamine are highly lipophilic, whereas the second generation antihistamine are less lipophilic. Now when I'm saying highly lipophilic means the very first thing that should come inside your mind is highly lipophilic means it can easily cross the blood brain barrier, and if any drug that can cross blood brain barrier means it has got certain effects in the central nervous system. So first generation antihistamine have got certain action in the central nervous system, whereas second generation does not have any action on the central nervous system since it is less lipophilic. Next, first generation antihistamine have got additional anticholinergic property, whereas second generation these are purely antihistaminic. Plus they also have certain additional anti-allergic mechanism. Okay, so there what we understood is H1 blockers are of two types, first generation and second generation. Now why we are considering second generation means, since the first generation antihistamines are highly lipophilic means it have got certain side effects on the brain, on the central nervous system firstly. Secondly, first generation have got certain additional anticholinergic property. So anticholinergic property means there might be certain problems such as dryness of mouth, and there will be mydriasis, and lots of problem will be there, means motility will be reduced, GI motility will be reduced, and also and so forth. So there might be certain disadvantage, certain side effects of first generation antihistaminics, so we need to overcome these disadvantages. So second generation drugs means these are the drugs with lesser side effects. Lesser side effects means lesser CNS side effects and lesser anticholinergic side effects. In addition to that, we have got certain additional anti-allergic mechanism as well. Okay, so second generation has got more features as compared to first generation antihistaminics. Next, first generation antihistaminics are of three types: highly sedative, moderately sedative and mild sedative. And depending upon their degree of sedation, you can say their lipophilicity. Means highly sedative means these drugs are highly lipophilic in nature, moderately sedative means they are moderately lipophilic in nature, and mild sedative means obviously they are lesser, comparatively lesser lipophilic antihistaminics. Now very quickly we'll check out the examples of highly sedatives. They are diphenhydramine, dimenhydramine, promethazine and hydroxyzine. Next, examples of moderately sedative antihistaminics are pheneramine, cyproheptadine, meclizine, buclizine and cinnarizine. Lastly, examples of drugs coming under mild sedatives are chlorpheniramine, dexchlorpheniramine, dimethendine, triprolidine, mephedrolene, cyclizine and clemastine. So these are the three classes of first generation antihistaminics. Okay, so again revise, these drugs were been introduced in the market before 1980. They have got two important extra action apart from blockage of H1 receptor. The two extra action are they are highly lipophilic in nature, because of which they can easily cross the blood-brain barrier. Secondly, they have got additional anticholinergic property. Okay, next coming to second generation antihistamines. Second generation antihistamines, these are the drugs which were introduced in the market after 1980. They are very less lipophilic in nature, means they cannot cross the blood brain barrier and does not have any action on the central nervous system, plus they do not have any anticholinergic property. They purely block H1 receptor only. Now, checking out the examples of second generation antihistamines, these are fixofenadine, loratadine, desloratadine, cetirizine, levocetirizine, azilastine, mesolastine, ebastine, and lastly rupatadine. So this is the classification of conventional antihistamines. Next, very quickly we'll check out the pharmacological actions of H1 antihistamines.